What is up, guys? Welcome back to another casted game on the channel. We're on the 1 vs 1 rank quick search, lads, and we found ourselves a game between Carbone and Ungurs. The map today, it's Saguenay. Carbone playing as the British, spawning to the west of the map in the colour blue. Ungurs, he's playing as the French, spawning to the east in the colour red. Fun fact today, both these players have the identical elo of 2,118 points, a truly astonishing amount of rank that both players have, which means theoretically this should be the most competitive game we've ever hosted on this channel, and I'm looking forward to this. Carbone currently moving across, scouting in a very, not going to say interesting pattern, but a direction that I wouldn't normally go for if I was playing on this map. If I was playing, I'd probably take the kind of southwestern, southern TP and stay underneath these two TPs for these kind of treasures down here, but he's just gone straight to the northern side and will be rewarded with a 100 food treasure, knowing full well that Ungurs, playing as the French, highly likely going for that trading post at the start of the game on the opposite side of the map, and this is a freebie. Carbone walking in there goes, yep, thank you very much, I'm under no threat here, and we'll take this and be very happy with it himself. Ungurs down to the southern side though, 100 wood, ooh la la, and we'll be going for a house in age 1 as well, which is exceptional for French. He was hoping he was going to go for a 1210, but now he still might go for a 1210. It might not change anything. He does have 4 sheep in base, which he may want to consume in the first age to get himself to the second age quicker. He may go for this 13th villager so that his TC is constantly working, and we'll have that 1 extra villager in transition, and a bit of a stronger foundational economy as the game continues.
Oui.
Ungurs looks at the treasures nearby, sees this Nilla version of the Haudenosaunee Tomahawk, which does melee attack in range. It's actually a really strong treasure, that is. Very, very good versus cavalry in range. Actually, terrible in melee. That's really strange how this unit, it looks like it can do a decent job in melee versus cavalry, but it is so terrible. But the main Haudenosaunee Civ's equivalent of the Tomahawk actually is the best anti-cav musketeer in the game, or musketeer style unit, and those axes hack away at cavalry legs. So a bit of a quaint design there. And you see how Ungurs actually stood nearby this Cherokee rifleman as well. Cherokee rifle, house, Tomahawk, but he's going to probably decline both of these. He's actually going to go for the Tomahawk. I think it makes sense to take one of these units if you can safely. He's taking the wrong wolf. There you go. 75 wood, relatively safe. Carbone is not going to dive in there for that treasure at all, and he's going to just try and scout Ungurs' forward part of the map. Let's have a quick look at Ungurs' deck here. 1 vs 1 ponds. I don't see any ponds here. I see an ocean full of beluga whales and fish. But the point here from that deck, what Ungurs has named it, is it's anti-water. He can fight water if he needs to by sending in the caravel, the frigate, but he's not looking to fish in it. Maybe Ungurs hasn't actually seen that treasure. Oh, he hasn't actually seen the treasure. I thought he walked on the underside. Okay, it makes sense how he's not going to go down here. And with the location of this treasure nearby, he probably is not expecting to see 75 wood there. But if I told him there was 75 wood there, oh my, he would run over there straight away. Explorer gonna melee this Vil, and this Tomahawk doing 16 melee attack in a range. Actually, gonna get resisted by the settler, but there's no negatives here. That's a big amount of damage, and this villager's gonna go down. He's just dead. Wow. You know what? Sometimes we underprice these units, but actually, he's just killed a villager out on the map this early in the game. For a 4-minute villager kill. Ungurs, you are a beast. He's looking for another one. That outpost will take a while, and you see how he's basically not attempting to siege the barracks or the outpost. He's going to say, I'm trying to put your villager under pressure. Should get into the outpost, though. So, all things considered, was that the right choice? Oh, the perfect! Where's he going? Where's he going, Carl? Oh my god, this is going to go down! Make him stay in range, stay in range! Oh, just the poor melee attack was hurting Ungurs survives with 19 HP. Next time your mama says, put your greatcoats on, it's cold outside. Put your greatcoats, it's cold outside. Ungurs, for all that, will get himself a 3 Hussar batch, which is less than ideal, but I think he's already done the damage of a Cav raid. And, yeah, that settler's going to get hunted down by Ungurs' Cav. Ungurs will be looking for that. He knows that there's a villager somewhere with 19 HP. That's one swing. He's also looking at this position, seeing that these moose have been herded. Where's he going? Yeah, he's going to... He should dive in right here, but he's not going to. That would have been the freebie there. Maybe he's looking for any backdoor villagers up here. No hunt behind Carbone's base. That back base is hunt is actually on the coastline. Scout sees the musketeers. Great positioning. Hussars do get in. One villager goes down. That 3 Hussar shipment. That was a 3 Hussar shipment from Ungurs. I've completely missed this aspect of the raid. I think that might be the first build those 3 Huss have picked up, but there's other 3 Huss on the northern side. And from his line of sight, you see he's trying to work really hard here, trying to find his vills, and he's looking. I feel like he wants to. But he's scared that there's going to be military units. He sees the musks here. These guys, they're going to keep on going. Oh, he sees one vill. He sees the 19 HP vill. He's going to get both. He will commit to both, surely. Ah, oh well. 8 Huss on the field now, and a second batch of cavalry has been trained. Not full batches, it must be said, but Ungurs aging up behind this with the 700 coin, and just the amount of pain that Ungurs is causing Carbone by just going a couple Huss raiding around. There's no pressure from Carbone into Ungurs' base, and this age up is free. This is some exceptional gameplay I've seen from Ungurs, probably one of the finest actually. And just look how far away these musks of Carbone are from Ungurs' base. Ungurs has made Carbone his little brother, let's say. I was thinking of another B word, but probably not appropriate. Oh, Ungurs has clicked the wrong button here. I take it all back. That's terrible. He's looking for defense mode, but he's put trample attack. I don't know what he was trying to achieve there, but he's going to quickly get out, and we'll keep these Huss alive to fight another day. A church will be lovely to see a healer to heal those Huss up, but I think the point of keeping these guys around now is just to get some snares in for dragoons and skirms. The age up scene. He's going back for another raid. Oh, he's going to run right into that musks, and it's all been undone. Oh dear. Somehow none of them have gone down yet. He's actually going to dive into the gold mine, and might be another Vil kill on offer. Look at this. Still keeping the musks chasing, and that's another Vil. We used to dine the manor house for a bit. And, okay, musks finally pushing into French base. Ungurs also not having his Vils wrapped in greatcoats, but they do have their 40% range resist, so that's really good. That's good enough in the meantime. These Huss still causing absolute havoc at the back of the base. Greatcoats now being researched. Skirm Goon being trained. And this Explorer is unfortunately being sacrificed to buy time. Quite a lot of idle. Only one Goon, one Skirm was housed, but didn't really have much resources to play around with as well. These 7 Huss will make their way back towards the base of Ungurs, probably to try and help out the defense. 10 Vils in the town centre getting some good damage, but a batch of 1 Skirm, 1 Goon. Next time you get a batch of 1 Skirm, 1 Goon, don't feel ashamed. There are much better players than you who also only get 1 Skirm, 1 Goon batches out. And this player is also raiding really, really well. Oh, well, he's going to run straight into musks, and finally he's going to free up some population space. A tactical move there by Ungurs, of course, to give up that population space. That's a shame he lost all that damage output. That was... Even just to keep these as raiding units and hide them in the corner and bring them up 5 minutes later to try and find some Vils on the map would have been a great idea. First card in is the 8 Skirmisher, so we've got 9 skirms in total. Decent amount of resources now, so should get a full batch of goons. Going to go for 5 goons and a couple of skirms. Makes sense because he's already sent the skirm shipment. Wants to maximise the amount of goons he has on the field. veal distribution here, pretty decent. Still chopping a decent amount of wood.
Bonjour. Votre ordre?
They do have their gang saw. Harrison's a very happy person at the moment. Carbone's pushing out here with Huss Musk. Looks like he's not planning to age at all. I don't really blame him after all the economic damage he's sustained from the raiding Hussars and all that other time. He just doesn't have that resources to age. He could age now on the 700 coin, but this is the point when Ungurs is actually pushing out, and Carbone started going, do I age? Do I push? Do I age? Do I push? And most of the time the answer is just spam Musk Huss, but we haven't quite done any damage, and usually Musk Huss players want to push in right now. This is their time to attack when the age 3 army is small. They haven't quite stabilised. And there's Huss or Carbone just getting picked up by goons, and I gotta say, I'm not too sure what he was hoping to achieve raiding the French base with a couple H2 Hussars like this without pushing with his musks as well. The dragoons were free to kind of detach themselves from the skirms and chase those Huss down. Here come the Hussars of Carbone. Musks charging in. A lot of CDBs nearby. They could stand and fight, and he is actually thinking about bringing them into the fight as well. Does pull them back, and skirms are not really chasing. 2 Falcons have come out now for Ungurs. Carbone sends in the 700 gold.
I feel me stronger now.
The question is, does he mass? Does he age? I think the answer to that is massing up. Otherwise, we wouldn't be seeing these musks in queue. Huss will be batchful. He wants to try and complete them on his coin crates. He should get 4, maybe 5. I think he just about gets 5, just about. It's a 5 Huss batch, but there's skirms going forward. Scouts just manages to survive them with some really good stagger mode micro there from Carbone. 10 veteran Hussars. Could there be a cheeky caravel pop? Get some warships in. Use some bombard attacks from the coast. I think out of range. This width of landmass between the trading routes and the sea is actually rather thick today. Usually it's much smaller. This TP land does feel like it's coming a bit low on the map, but maybe it used to go much higher. Carbone getting a bit of a raid in, looks like, but the CDBs gank up on that 1 Hussar, and that gets torn down very quickly. Falconets still essentially unchallenged. Another 5 Huss to come out here for Carbone, and I think the answer here is to mass the Hussars. He has enough musks to do damage, and if you think about your first cavalry charge coming in and all the dragoons fire, you might lose 3 Huss. But then you have now 11 in that fight doing damage, but previously he would have been like only 7. And that's a big difference. It's a big difference waiting for big batches of units. Outpost goes down, so 6 longbows will get sent home. It's going for 6 longbows instead of 600 coin. I would probably like to see, if he's staying H2, maybe a second stable 600 coin and just really mass this SR play. I think this is going to be the winner for him. There's a decent amount of Crassiers from Ungurs. Let's look at Ungurs' point of view. Is he sends like now? He's sent in 3 cures, I think, after the 2 Falcon players. So gone for a 3+4 Crassier batch. Carbone could also send in Cav HP, and I'd be very tempted to. The only problem is he's kind of waiting for a shipment, and he spent that shipment on the 6 longbows.
Yes.
Would Cav HP be a better card? Could Musk Attack be a better card? The answer to that is I kind of feel like it would have been. 6 longbows on their own don't do too much. He's got 2 batches of 5 for 16, and they have the range to do with the skirms, trade very well. And you can see that the skirms longbows are trying to trade with the skirms as much as possible, save the musks to charge into later. The problem is that the Falcons see these longbows grouped up, low HP. Huss dive in. Gracias moving forward to counter the Hussar push. Musks will move in behind, trying to get into melee. There's some CDBs here from Ungurs. Ungurs is saying, right, you guys are getting dragged into the fight. So many more musks reinforcing. Another double batch of longbows. Hussars charging from the top. That frontline Hussar has gone down. A lot of dragoons, and most of the dragoons are on behind the skirms. The skirms are hung out to dry, but it's actually the dragoons being well protected. CDB is now tanking a lot of damage. Melee musketeers doing some good work, but still so many skirm goon behind, and the fact that Carbone's gone into full longbows at this point means that he could just about stay H2 and trade H2 longbows versus H3 skirm goon. But the problem is he just lost all his Musk and Huss, and will need some sort of anti-cav to deal with this. Okay, 600 coin incoming. Is Carbone adding to his production? He's got 2 backs. Still on 1 stable. He cancelled the Huss, actually. He cancelled it. Maybe he's thinking that this is a... No, I don't think agent here is a possibility. I think you kind of fully send it and fully commit now at this point. You're down in score, and from there, Ungurs has all his XP to kind of then reinvest. Sending in 7 skirmishers from the home city. Cav combat has been in as well. So, yeah, this is going to be really tough from Carbone. Those Dragoons are really strong now. 29 attack range with a 3 multiplier versus heavy cavalry. For those who can't do maths, it's 87. For those who can do maths, it's still 87. Or should I say, for those who can't do maths, it's 1,000. You work it out. Longbows are having to do so much work here to try and compete, but these villagers on the tree line, it's hard to bring them back now. Yeah, the Carbones realised that those vills were going to get focused down by Ungurs on the map. Skirms reinforcing, and you know, once you have cav combat and a decent amount of dragoons, H2 hussars will just fall off pretty quickly without their HP, and even then, with their HP card, it's still not. You're still kind of never taking great trades. Back at base, no hunt there for Carbone. Oh, I don't think Carbone saw this hunt, and that could have been a big factor for why he hit the resign button there. Look at it here. He would have noticed it. At some point he would have seen this, but he's just walked to the edge, and it's very rare you see this really jagged coastline here as well. So I would be a bit disappointed if I was Carbone seeing this, and DE striking Carbone again. This hunt walking funny places. The raiding from Ungurs this game was phenomenal. Losing also a villager early on. Carbone losing a villager to Ungurs' Tomahawk treasure. That was also like a funny moment. And but the 12, well, actually it was a 13-10, and Ungurs has done a build order I've tried to do recently, and it's 13 Vil age up, or 12-10 if you don't have the word. 3 Huss card 1, and going for Hussars from the stable early on for like a 5 to an 8 Hussar raiding. And the theory behind this is 8 Hussars can definitely kill 5 Pike, they can kill 5 Musks, and once you lose that first batch of anti-cavalry units, you're always on the back foot trying to replenish and remake more of those units. And just that impact that the 8 Hussars have is so profound. But here, Ungurs actually raiding with those Huss and getting some good picks. Let's look at that Vil line. I've seen at least 3, 4 go down, maybe more. And yeah, when one Vil went down in the north, another Vil went down in the south, another. I don't think the villager going down to the Tomahawk is best accounted for, but maybe this is actually. Yeah, so the 3 Huss come out early, really early. Card 1. Right, fine, okay. While the siege was happening out the front and the barracks was being made, those 3 Huss at the back will get in another exciting pick. I think that's Tomahawk Vil kill here. So Carbone would have trained the villager as soon as it died, and that explains it. And then 3 Huss from the south, 3 from the north, and that's where we saw these Vil kills in behind. Carbone spamming manor houses and then sends in 4 Vils afterwards to kind of keep up. But just this raiding annoyance. If we look at the other Vils, I reckon we want to see some huge numbers here from Carbone. Yeah, look at that, 24 Vils having to run away from Huss all this time, while Ungurs has been really efficient with his villagers, most of them gathering at most of the time. These would represent the times that Ungurs will bring in those villagers into the fight and actually working towards that victory. And Carbone, once he ran out of hunts, was trying to find any hunt on the map, couldn't find any. Military population? Yeah, once that big fight. The problem is Carbone having the same population of Ungurs, but Ungurs' units on age up, they are teched, they are stronger, and the cav was carded, so it was a decent fight. It didn't go bad. Longbows worked really well there, but unfortunately you just don't bounce back from this. Without lots of resources, and certainly trying to overcome a military deficit versus stronger units very tough. But as a game went, don't often see that kind of cav raiding and the Brits being on the back foot there. And I thought Ungurs played this exceptionally well, and I enjoy this very much. And I hope you guys enjoy it too. If you guys did enjoy it, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.